Today we are together in this video for our introductory lesson on a new subject for you, that is class 11 business studies. Before discussing about the subject, I would like to say you that I am your business studies subject teacher for the session Piyali Shaha, and you are going to follow the NCERT class 11 business studies book for the whole session. Now coming up to the subject, we will discuss the syllabus. First of all, as you can see, the syllabus contains two parts. Part A is foundation of business and part B is finance and trade. Now, part A has more 6 units in it. We will discuss the units as form of chapters in your textbook. These chapters are provided in details. Now part B, that is finance and trade, it has 4 units and these 4 units are present in your BST book, that is business studies book, in form of chapters, and detailed explanation is given in the chapters. In part A, what we will learn about? We will learn about various forms of business organization, how the business have evolved from the history. We will learn about the concept of business organization and its forms. We will come to know about what are the services provided by the business organization, what are the concept of the economic activity, what was our history regarding the business, and what are the intermediaries present in the business and all. And finally, we will move on about the total procedure of trade and commerce in the business concept. Next, we will start with part B and we will discuss about part B, that is, in part B we have various forms of business finance, from where the business collects its finance, what are the sources of business finance. Next we have what are the forms of small business basically. See, in part A we will study about the forms of business organization in broad concept, and in part B we will study only about small business. What are the trade procedures? It can be a trade of internal trade, it can be a trade of external trade. So the total constituents of business studies is regarding the theoretical aspect of business. Now this part A of business studies has 40 marks and part B of business studies has 40 marks. Total, the question paper will be of 80 marks for business studies, and remaining 20 marks you will get project, and the project topics will be discussed by your subjective teacher later. So let's start with your first chapter, nature and purpose of business, and we will discuss about history of trade and commerce in India. In 3rd millennium BC, commercial cities like Harappan civilization and Mohenjo-daro led to urban development. Commercial link created between various cities and Mesopotamia led to growth and has trade over gold, shells, gems and other commodities. Now, trade refers to the process for exchange of goods and services in return of money. The trade procedure had a huge revolution, starting from the barter system to exchange of goods and services for precious metals and then for money. Now, usage of ATM cards have replaced the paper money. So we can see the location of Indian subcontinent. It had various trade facilities in water and land transportation, and this location has beneficial effect on social and economic development. Archaeological evidences state that India had foundation of trade using land and water, and link with various countries of Asia led to faster growth in transportation and growth in worldwide communication of the kingdom. Also, maritime connects east and west for trade in spices using the spice route. Thus, trade growth of cities led to creation of wealth, growth of trade centers and industries in India. Different places used different coins and weighing practices. Further, laws were enacted. Further major changes in commerce came with indigenous banking system, rise of intermediaries, transport, trading communities and merchant corporations. So, indigenous banks are those firms or individuals who receives deposit and lends money or deals with funds. They provide flexible credit, give loans, and maintain personal contacts with customers. Next change is rise of intermediaries. Intermediaries are persons who creates a link between parties of business. They can be agents, wholesalers, bank advisors, etc. etc. Before independence, the land system was under zamindars and jagirdars. Moneylenders exploited the farmers with high interest so that they are not able to repay the money. Later, NABARD coordinated rural financing activities to provide adequate credit at cheaper rates. Financial intermediaries was providing finance. Other merchant intermediaries were busy providing services to the merchants who were Vaisyas and Banjaras. Vaisyas were basically Hindu Jain families of Gujarat and Rajasthan controlling northern India. Banjaras are Hindus and Muslims of Gujarat dealing in pulses and grains. Sarafars were traders of northern India dealing in jewelry and providing financial service. Brokers or dalals basically maintained relations with both the parties engaged in business. Coming up for transportation, land transportation were basically carried out with the help of animals and water transportation carried out with the help of boats or ships. The major trade centers of ancient India were Ahmedabad, Lucknow, Madurai, Banaras, Kashmir and Kolkata, and the products are mentioned. You can follow up with the major import and exports of India.